Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Christy Down One, and I'm back with another video. I tried to do this video yesterday, and the video was lagging and stuff, so I had to delete that video. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this concept at a later date, which is today, and we're gonna be talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Basically saying in a nutshell that if you know anything about basketball, you would have already agreed on this, that he feels like Kobe Bryant compares or favors more to his style of play than LeBron James. Now, basically in a nutshell, someone asked him at one of his summer camps, Kobe Bryant as well as LeBron James, who in your opinion is better? And he felt like Kobe Bryant was better. He felt like, in a nutshell, when you look at the aspect, 5 rings is better than 3 rings. Okay, and he does have a point. He does make a great argument when you think about it. But if you go into detail with this debate, really, it's not even a debate. When you look at Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they played the same position, they had the same mentality, the will to win, and they had that killer mentality. Now, if you talk to anybody else, any NBA analyst, it really doesn't matter if it's ESPN or Fox, they're gonna say, well, they always say this about LeBron James, trying to elevate LeBron James' stature, comparing his name with those two cats. They'll say, well, LeBron James make other people better, and Kobe Bryant, he didn't necessarily make anybody better. Michael Jordan didn't necessarily make anybody better. But what y'all guys fail to realize or gravitate to this concept of, when you're dealing with LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan, they elevated their teams, but in different ways, and elevated the players on those teams in different ways. All right. When you talk about LeBron James, the reason why he makes his teams better, his players better, is he incorporates and embraces everybody in the offense. All right. He's not necessarily thinking about scoring. He's not necessarily thinking about taking over the game. He's not necessarily thinking about changing the tempo and changing the attitude of the composing team. LeBron James is thinking in the nuances of, and I always compare LeBron James to this player in the NFL. LeBron James to me comes off as a Peyton Manning. All right. He has a system, and he wants to embrace everybody in his style of system, same way as Peyton Manning. Okay, and when you look at Michael Jordan, and when you look at Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they to me on the NFL level, I think of them as a Steve Young or Randall Cunningham. All right, they make their players better by by their play. Okay, because if they constantly dominating on the offensive end or on the defensive end, guess what happens? The team that they're playing against, now they got to draw a game plan up to make sure they don't continue to keep dominating on the. Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Christy Down One, and I am back with another video. I guess that video got deleted. I need to turn my phone off, man. Okay, so the discussion in today's video is LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Basically, Michael Jordan was at his camp, and someone asked him who he thinks favors him more, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. And if you know anything about basketball, you already know the answer to this, all right? Basically, he said in a nutshell, when he looks at both of their careers and he look at their ring count, 5 rings beat 3. Meaning, as of right now, he favors Kobe Bryant more when you talk about his career than LeBron James. Now, to be fair, LeBron James isn't done, all right? He hasn't been retired yet, and I hate it when we do this. We're all at fault at this. I hate it when people start comparing someone who's retired and they already cemented their career to someone who's still playing, all right? But I digress. We'll move into it. To me, it's not even a debate, because if you look at Kobe Bryant's style of play and LeBron James' style of play, you can clearly tell that Kobe Bryant favors Michael Jordan's style of play more than LeBron James. Now, people who are pro LeBron James, and it really doesn't matter if it's the fans, it's the media, whoever, the first thing they come up with, or the first excuse they come up with, is, yeah, Michael Jordan was great, but his style of play doesn't make other people around him better, like LeBron James. And to be fair and to be completely honest, both of these players, they make their teams better. They make the players better, but in 2 different ways. LeBron James, he kind of reminds me of Peyton Manning in the NFL. Peyton Manning made people better because Peyton Manning had a style of play where he incorporates and embraces other people into the offense, all right? So his style of play, LeBron's style of play, is he's not thinking about trying to dominate the game. He's not thinking about trying to outscore or out-defend in the game, all right? He's thinking about making other people better in the game, making other players around him better in the game. Michael Jordan, he's making other players better around the game, because if he continues to dominate, guess what's going to happen? The other team is going to figure out a way and figure out a plan to defend Michael Jordan by adding more players. And guess what happens when you defend him close and double and triple team Michael Jordan? Then someone on his team is going to have an open shot or have a non-contested shot. Okay? So yeah, Michael Jordan making other people better. Same could be said for LeBron James. And that's how Kobe Bryant did it. Okay? Now, is one style better than the other? It depends on the situation. I feel like Michael Jordan, if you look at his resume, he had a pretty damn good resume, all right? So you can't sit up there and say without a shadow of a doubt Michael Jordan's style of play wasn't successful. It was very successful, okay? And the same can be said for LeBron James. He's been pretty successful too. But this argument of, well, which player of today favors Michael Jordan more, it has to be Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant adopted so many different aspects of Michael Jordan's concept in playing games to his style of playing the game. Okay, so I didn't even think that was really considered. That I didn't think that was a big discussion, a really big debate. When people hear this, people get upset because Michael Jordan chose Kobe over LeBron, and then people make excuses talking about, well, Michael Jordan is a little salty. He's a little salty, and he don't like LeBron James, when that's further from the truth. Now, if you've been noticing basketball for the past couple of years, you've been noticing a trend when you're talking about, I'm gonna park right here, when you're talking about LeBron James. Now all of a sudden, people, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, this has been going on with LeBron James even further than his from 2 years ago. This is pretty much has been you know, evident in his career when you talk about his point of view. LeBron James it's kind of hard for LeBron James to get free agents to join up with him. All right. Nobody, you know, like Chris Paul isn't interested in joining with LeBron James. Carmelo Anthony is pretty much vetoing any type of trade scenario involving him with the Cleveland Cavaliers, because the only assets and the only piece that the New York Knicks want is Kyrie Irving. And Carmelo Anthony is looking at it like, yo, yeah, if y'all trade me there, I may only got one more year with LeBron, and LeBron's going to bounce on me. And now all I did was move from one bad team to another bad team. That makes no sense, okay? So he's vetoing all types of trades left and right to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, all right? Paul George was unwilling to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, all right? Yes, the deal, if you look at the deal between Oklahoma City Thunder, the deal that they presented and the deal that Cleveland presented, to me, it was a no-brainer for Indiana Pacers to choose the Oklahoma City deal. But if Paul George really wanted to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, he could have vetoed that deal and said, yo, if Oklahoma City, if you trade for me, I'm telling you, I'm leaving. Okay? So he could have, you know, threatened Oklahoma City Thunder with that positioning, and he would ultimately went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right? So LeBron James has been experiencing these types of issues throughout his career with Cleveland. All right. Nobody wants to go to LeBron when he's in Cleveland. Plus, the Cleveland is not very attracted to a lot of these NBA free agencies. You can't put it necessarily all on LeBron James, but LeBron James deserves some of the blame when you think about it in theory. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers organization is unstable right now, all right? They really don't hold on to their GMs much longer. They really don't even, Dan Gilbert really don't care or appreciate a GM. He think they're a dime a dozen. Two, a lot of free agents really don't want to play for Dan Gilbert. And plus, the Cleveland Cavaliers' future is questionable, okay? They don't have enough draft pieces to solidify their future. Okay, so it's a mess. It's a hot mess, a dumpster fire with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, but if you look at all of those aspects, that's why the Cleveland Cavaliers are not very attractive, even with LeBron James. All right, so how much is LeBron James' name should be contribute to the problems with the Cleveland Cavaliers? And to be honest with you, the Cleveland Cavaliers sold and mortgaged away their future to get more players of more players to make that team better with LeBron James. Then they overpaid on Christian Thompson as well as J.R. Smith. That's two people that you're not going to be able to get rid of anytime soon. Okay. Not to mention, they got Iman Shumpert. They got him for a couple of years. LeBron James' future is not that bright with the Cleveland Cavaliers. You keep hearing all these rumors that LeBron James is going here, LeBron James going there. It's just unstable right now. And if LeBron James really was concerned about Cleveland, he should immediately got out of that contract. He only got 1 year with Cleveland. they could have worked out a deal where LeBron James says, I'm committed in signing a long-term extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Get that out there and bind him with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Even when this contract is over next summer, he's going to sign an extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers. If he threw that message out there, then that solidifies to free agents like LeBron James is staying with Cleveland, all right? And if there are free agents that are willing to play for LeBron James, you know, they would do it, okay? But I really don't think Chris Paul has no desire to play with LeBron James, all right? Particularly in Cleveland. Now, LeBron James, if LeBron James somehow, some way lands to the Houston Rockets, they would love to have LeBron James, all right? The same could be said for the Spurs, all right? The same could be said for the Golden State Warriors. The same could be said for the Oklahoma City Thunder, all right? A lot of people feel like LeBron James is going to the Lakers, all right? And if he goes to the Lakers, they're pretty much starting over, okay? A lot of these problems LeBron James is having with the Cleveland Cavaliers, it has a lot to do with him. He the one that wanted Kevin Love, all right? And he was willing to trade Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. Now, they got other pieces, but none of those pieces really, they wasn't really looking for none of those pieces. The only pieces they wanted was Wiggins, all right? And I felt like if LeBron James would have stuck with Wiggins, I think Wiggins would have been a much better player than Kevin Love, all right? And if they would have stuck to Wiggins, then there's no need for them to mortgage any more draft picks for anything else, okay? There's no need to have a J.R. Smith with Iman Shumpert, because if you have Wiggins there, those two players are pretty much similar, have the same type of position as Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is much younger, much athletic, much coachable, and somebody that LeBron James could put under his wing to develop into the player that he's currently in right now. I mean, Andrew Wiggins with the Minnesota Timberwolves is a pretty darn good player, and he's so darn good. They're really they're considering trading back for Andrew Wiggins for Kyrie Irving. But if LeBron James would have been a little bit more patient, instead of the need to hurry up and get a title, you would have had Kyrie Irving, Wiggins, LeBron James, and then you would have had a ton of cap room to sign other people to your squad. Okay, when they become free agents, you could have like Christian Thompson, the Christian Thompson scenario. I felt like Cleveland outbidded for Christian Thompson. No one else was willing to pay Christian Thompson that type of money, okay? And they could have gotten him on the cheap or just simply let him go. And I really don't think at the end of the day, signing him to that huge contract really paid the Cleveland Cavaliers in the long run, all right? That's just my opinion, but there's a lot of reasonings why the Cleveland Cavaliers can't add any more talent, because they're over the cap, and all of these ideals and all of these players that LeBron James wanted, they're stuck with them, and a lot of free agents are looking at that and going like, well, yo, that doesn't look like a good scenario for me, okay? That's what you know, a lot of these free agents are saying, okay? So, you know, it is what it is. To be truthfully honest, LeBron James is stuck in a situation, and if he can make, and you know, at the end of the day, LeBron James has the capabilities of getting more from less, you know, from a roster. A lot of people seem to forget that he went to the finals with a bunch of nobodies. Okay, if you know, Kyrie Irving's really not going anywhere. They really can't afford to lose Kyrie Irving. I think LeBron James sees the future. Just stay packed. Who knows? Maybe we can dethrone the Golden State Warriors. Maybe if somebody has a bad night or somebody's injured, we can probably get them from that perspective. But to me, the things that make LeBron James great, he should utilize that craft and utilize those tools for the current roster that he has. So in actuality, there's no reason why they can't continue.